Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. Today from Bandai Namco, we are featuring Godzilla 2004. Alright, so this style of action figure produced by Bandai Namco has been popping up at some of my local Targets over the last few months. Not all of my Targets carry it, surprisingly. I think there's only one or two that I've seen that have these Kaiju Bandai Namco figures. I've seen the Godzilla. I think there's an Ultraman one, but not all the stores I've gone to carry them. Today is actually February 1st, 2025, and this figure that I'm holding specifically, I bought back in October at G-Fest, which is the big Godzilla convention in Chicago. But like I said, it's just more so recently that this figure's been popping up at some of my local Targets. So I don't really know the full availability of this. I do believe you can find this figure also on Amazon here in the United States. In addition to Godzilla 2004, there's also Mechagodzilla from 2002. And the style of the packaging, it's very familiar. It feels like it's done in the same kind of style as Bandai's other anime figures, like their anime heroes and their Dragon Ball Dragon Star figures. Wonderful card design. Excuse me, I'm falling apart here. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so yeah, let's start all over again. All right, wonderful package design. I think the graphic work here is excellent. You kind of have almost like a Xeroxed image of the city in the background with Godzilla looming over it. Packaged above him, you can see his heat ray, and it's pretty neat. If you're a mint inbox collector, the package design is kind of flashy, and it's also awesome that it displays the figure. So if you want to still keep it in the box, go ahead. But for me, I'm going to take this out because I want to play with it at my desk at work. So this is going to already serve the purpose of being a desk toy. Alright, so, wow, I did not expect this. Okay, so this figure requires assembly. Wow, I'm very taken back. I thought this figure is going to be a lot larger than I expected. Alright, so, first off, you have Godzilla. And then you have to assemble his tail. You have to attach his other arm and his other leg. So we'll do that. Let's start off with the tail first. Or should we do the leg first? Let's do the tail first in case it's harder to plug in. Alright, so you can see here a socket, ball joint, and it plugs in. First off, this is let's kind of brighten up the scene a little so you can see what I'm doing. This version of Godzilla 2004, it's a very, very dark figure, so it's kind of hard to see against the black backdrop. Alright, so let's attach the tail. Like I said, nice socket there, ball joint, and plugs in, and it's a very snug fit. And then let's attach the end of the tail. Okay, this one is going to require a bit more force. Oh my god, this does not want to go in. That's a tight fit. This feels like a hard plastic also. It doesn't feel like that kind of soft plastic that has some flex and give to it. Oh my god, that does not want to go in. Or I think that's it. Is it in? Or is it? Or I think it's attached. Alright, I think it's attached. Wow, that required a lot of force. If you have little ones, you're going to have to really assist them with this because it doesn't... Alright, now it's popped out. I don't think I put it in all the way. All right, is that in? All right, I think it's in now. Okay. Yeah, this requires a lot of force to attach. All right, so hopefully the legs are a lot easier. At least that's what I'm hoping for. All right, there you go. There's the leg. That was easy. And let's get the arm snapped in. Okay, that was a very satisfying pop. That's what I wanted to hear. And the articulation is it's a pretty solid figure. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Again, I apologize. It's a very dark figure, so it's hard to capture on camera. He stands in at about 6 1/4 inches, and lengthwise, you're looking at a figure that's probably about, I don't know, 7 to 7.5 inches long. Really detailed figure, especially for this size. I want to say it's comparable. The size of this is probably a little bit smaller than the Bandai Namco Movie Monster series. If you're familiar with those PVC statues, you know, it seems like it's a little bit smaller than one of those. But the cool thing is, this is actually an action figure, so it's articulated. The build quality, it feels a lot different than like a Playmates kaiju figure. But I think what you're getting out of this figure is slightly more posability and articulation. Even though I think it's going to scale smaller than the Playmates action figures. Again, I apologize. I know this figure is looking very black on camera, but if you saw this in person, it's a very dark action figure. But it's pretty posable. You know, the mouth is articulated. You have movement in the head, which is nice. The arms go up and they also go outward. You have a bend at the elbow. The wrists are articulated as well. The legs move. Unfortunately, there is no like cut in the torso, so it's not going to swivel or bend. The tail's articulated, and as you see here, here's the other end of the tail, and then the smaller tail end. Again, if you have little ones, you're going to have to assist them putting this thing together. This thing is, it does not assemble easily, or at least mine didn't. And also included with the figure is this heat ray effect. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't realize that. So I guess you could take off the jaw. I don't know how you do that. And yeah, I don't know how you're going to remove the jaw without using maybe like pliers. Yeah, I can't do this on camera. You're going to need some sort of, because you can't reach in the mouth and pull it out. It's just very difficult. But you could suppose, I mean, the intent is that you remove the lower jaw and then you could plug this in to recreate the heat ray effect. But I apologize because I cannot get my fingers into here and just yank it out. It seems almost impossible. But you could do it. I'm assuming you could do it. Excuse me. So overall, it's a fantastic figure. Let's get him into focus real quick. It does not want to focus. It's very dark. Okay, so let's wrap this one up. Excellent figure. If you see this at Target and you're a Kaiju, Monsterverse, Godzilla fan, just pull the trigger on it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. There's a small sense of accomplishment just assembling the figure. And once it's assembled, the build quality feels very nice. You know, all the joints are very snug. They're very tight. And it's just such a cool, version of Godzilla. And I do have a couple of other Godzillas on me. I have the Super 7 reaction figures right here. You know, I have Shogun Warriors Godzilla, which is one of my favorite Godzilla toys ever. I actually have the original one that's like gigantic. And then we have OG Godzilla right here. Alright, so with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.